Well, so don't neglect education and becoming competent as a black man. Now, I think one of the first things we have to acknowledge is how culture affects how we view education in college. And yeah, so when we look at how culture represents education in the black community, I oftentimes look at what do the little kids want to be when they grow up. And a lot of us don't look at education as something that's valuable. And I'm more so focused on competence and becoming good at something and developing skills. And I think education is a good option to take if you want to develop a skill and become competent at something. I think a lot of the times when we go to college, a lot of black men, they want to go to college. They look at it in a sense of, oh, I'm just doing this so I can make more money. I'm just doing this so I can make a lot of money or whatever. And the problem is we have a very superficial mindset behind college a lot of the times, and it stops us from becoming a people who have skills and knowledge and can offer value. And what I mean by that is we need to change our mindsets around college to where instead of thinking, oh, I need to make more, I'm going to college so I can make more money, think of I'm going to college so I can become good at something, so I can become competent at something. And that's the true value. And when I mean education, I don't just mean you have to go and get this typical 4-year degree at a university. I'm talking about you can go to technical school, you can go to a 2-year school. It don't matter as long as you're acquiring a skill that you can use and that has value in society. That is the whole point, because to me, that is the way you get away from poverty. That is how you get away from um being poor in society. And this does not mean you have everybody's going to become super rich, but this means you're going to have a society where nobody is struggling. And I think that that's something we need in the community, and that's going to involve a lot of cultural change. And instead of having kids only looking at college as a way to become a pro athlete, or a kid looking up to wanting to be a rapper or a YouTuber, we need to have more kids looking up to developing skills in society and offering value with those skills. And I think that that is the value in it. And that's something that I regretted when I was in school. I regret not taking it serious and not looking at it in a way to where I could gain valuable skills. And let me make this point as well. I'm not saying education has to be a part of your life and that you have to go to college and that you have to get an education. But what I am saying is that you have to become good at something. You have to become competent at something. And it's all about you as an individual. If college doesn't line up with your current goals and what you want to do, then don't go to college. I'm never going to be one of those dudes. It's like, over everything, just go to college because you're just going to be smarter if you go to college. Nah, bro. Because to me, that's being mindless. That's just doing it because everybody said to do it and it's just going to make you better. And that's not having a real plan, a real thought process of why you're going to college. That's just going because everybody else is going. No, if you have a goal in your life and something you want to be, and college is a requirement that you have to go through, then that's where college, is a part of your plan. But if you want to be something else in life that doesn't require college, then don't go to college, because it's all about doing what you need to do to become good at something. Too many people, you can look online, a lot of black people will be like, just get your education. It don't matter. You just got to go and get it. It don't matter. You got to just go to college because you're going to be smarter and it's going to be better. No, I don't personally agree with that. I'm all about doing something that's specific with who you are as a person, right? Go in line with what you want to do in life. Stop making your life be a copy of somebody else's life, or stop living your life based on what somebody said you had to do. Don't live life that way. And one thing that we lack in the community too is a lot of men that have, competence. We know how to do things, right? And to me, that's how you build a community that's independent. When you have the men in that community that has value, and they have skills that have value, and we can live in a society where we don't need help from anybody else. Because I believe it really starts with the men. And I can just be honest, I was a person who dropped out of college, right? And I believe I'll probably go back to college at some point if I feel like it's in line with a current goal that I may have, right? Because I'm not the type of person, like I said, that's gonna just say go 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 no matter what. Don't think about it, right? But I'm being honest. I dropped out of college primarily because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I don't look at college as a bad thing. I look at college as a thing that has to be in line with who you want to be and the things you want to do in life. And is that a route you have to go in order to get to that goal? So I am always going to be a person to tell you to focus on your goals, have a plan, and have structure around how you're going to get there and how you're going to get to your goal. Because at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about education, or college education. It's about being good at something in society. It's about being good at it, and it's about being competent. That's the true goal. It's not about any of those other things that people might try to tell you. Well, it's just better, and you're just going to be smarter, and it doesn't matter. No, it's all about being good at something. It's plenty of people that I see that went to college and they don't use their degree. They just got the degree. That's all they can really say. They just got the degree. Right? If you're gonna go and be something that actually has a skill that people need in society, that offers value in society. Don't just go to just study and study and study and learn and and do all this stuff where when you get out it's not a return on investment. All right, and I'm not trying to make it about money, but it's heavily correlated with money, because if you have a valuable skill, that's gonna money is going to be a part of that, and you're going to be paid because you have a valuable skill. Now, if you get out of college and you can't get a job and you can't offer value to society, then that's a problem, because you went to gain skills that you can't monetize, that you can't be compensated for. So that's where I have the problem. And too many people go to college with no goal, with no plan, when the most valuable thing you can have as a person is goals and plans and structure on how to get there. That is the number one key. That's the number one goal. That's the reason why I dropped out, because I had no plan, I had no goal, right? So, because if you don't have that, then you're just going to fall down and you're not going to be in the right place, right? Everything's going to be scrambled. But when you get your clarity in your mind clear on something, just focus on that. If you want to be a speaker, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a life insurance agent, or any career field you might think of as a black man, if it's in line with your goals, go for it, right? If that's a goal, go for it. The whole point of this video is to really point out why you need goals and why you need a plan, and you need to become good at what you want to do. College doesn't have to be a part of that, but I would say that college can be useful. It can be useful and it can be good for you, but don't place college over your goals. Put your goals over everything. That's pretty much all I got to say. Peace out.